third episode of Payton's Playbook just dropped, so be sure you guys go watch that. Comment. It's about week 3, obviously, of college football, how that went down, and then I'm trying to whoa, look at that. I'm playing with this. Okay. Anyway, it's about week 3 of college football. In the comments to that video, once you guys have watched the whole thing, drop what you guys think are some week 3 highlights I should be highlighting this week. I also just posted a video of my prediction for the Georgia versus Kentucky game. Right now, Georgia is still #1, and then Kentucky just lost to South Carolina. Pretty brutal loss, I would say. So, yeah, go comment what your record predictions are for that game coming up this Saturday, and then in my podcast, be sure you guys go kind of comment on that as well. I'm charging my phone while I'm doing this, so I'm trying to figure out how to actually get this to work. Okay, do we get it? Yes. Look at that. Okay, anyway, if you're just joining me, like I said, I'm just coming live with you guys, answering, any questions you guys might have. My third episode of my podcast, Payton's Playbook, just came out, so please go give that a like, comment what team you guys are excited for week 3 of college football, maybe some of your reactions to week 2, including the Texas-Michigan game, the Notre Dame loss to Northern Illinois, and then of course my Buffs fans who have been on here for a while, your reactions to the Buffs versus Nebraska game. So like I said, please go watch that podcast. It just dropped. It's called episode 3, Payton's Playbook. I'm super excited about it. It's really just recapping week 2 of college football. That's what my podcasts are mainly about, is recapping college football right now. And then if you go to the shorts section in my YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of my predictions. So I think last week I did the CU Buffs versus Nebraska game, the Kansas City versus Baltimore. You just dropped the Georgia versus Kentucky prediction. Obviously, go take a look at that video if you want to know what my prediction was. But I just wanted to kind of come on here and then answer any questions you guys might have in terms of my podcast. So if you're here right now, go watch the podcast, go watch my shorts, my predictions. Be sure, the one thing is, please, please, please comment on those videos. On, it can be anything. It could just be go Buffs, shout out your favorite football team, what your reactions are, who you're excited to watch play this weekend. Lots of in-state rival games this weekend, but go watch that podcast. Again, it just aired. It's episode 3 of Payton's Playbook, and then go watch my shorts as well. That is where you'll see most of my predictions in terms of college football, NFL. Obviously, my CU Buffs Nebraska prediction didn't go very well, but my Kansas City Baltimore prediction, that went really well. So, like I said, those videos are on my Instagram, TikTok, and then on the short side of YouTube. And then my podcast is more about recapping college football in general. I don't really do predictions on there. So yeah, if you're just joining, hi. I came on here because I just dropped the third episode of Payton's Playbook, recapping week 2 of college football, which was nothing short but very spectacular. You had the Texas-Michigan game. You had the Notre Dame Northern Illinois game. How did Notre Dame lose? I have no idea. Definitely the Texas A&M game. Kind of, I feel like now just doesn't mean a lot for Notre Dame. And then of course you had the CU Buffs versus Nebraska. And again, as a Buffs fans, that wasn't great to watch. But, so anyway, if you're on here, please, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Turn on the notifications, but go comment on my last video, which was episode 3 of Payton's Playbook. And just comment what you guys want to see. It could be shouting out your favorite football team. It could be saying what you guys noticed in week 2, who you're excited to see for week 3 play. A lot of in-state rival games. You have Washington State this week, Colorado State, and then you have Oregon and Oregon State. So lots of in-state rivalry games this week. No big games. You have obviously Alabama, Wisconsin, but nothing like week 2, right? You don't have the Texas-Michigan game. But if you're here, please subscribe to my channel. I'm just getting started on this. Hello to everyone joining. But I'm just getting started kind of doing this with you guys. If you're looking for more of my just predictions, you don't want to watch the recap, go to my Instagram, TikTok, or the short side of YouTube. That has all my predictions just within like 60-second videos. So that way it's just quicker. You guys can comment on those as well. But please go give a like and subscribe and comment to the last video I posted. Thank you. Yeah, someone just shouted out, great episode on Payton's playbook. Please go watch it. Even if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, just a like or a comment helps me so much as a growing YouTuber. Any like interaction with a video means a lot to me, and it really helps me continue to be able to do this for you guys. So just go comment. Just comment your favorite football team if you don't want to watch the whole thing. Shout out Buffs, Texas, Michigan, Alabama, whatever fan you are. Go shout them out, like the video. Please subscribe if you're just joining me and don't know who I am. I'm Payton Craft. I do a lot of sports videos. I just kind of started a podcast, so episode 3 just dropped. So be sure you guys go like that and subscribe, comment on that video. That just helps me continue to grow this channel for you guys. So like I said, also if you're looking to support me, I believe in like the comment section there's also a super thanks button. Leave a super thanks chat button. I'll shout you out on my channel. But really just kind of subscribing and watching my videos helps me so much. You have no idea what that actually means just for you guys to like the video. So yeah, ask any questions in the chat below. I'll be sure to respond to them. But the main reason I went live was to let you guys know, please go watch that video. It's recapping week 2 of college football. It's kind of saying a little bit of my predictions. So I know you guys are coming in and out watching the video, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, and let's see, I'm responding to you, Wiley. See, hi, Wiley. Let's see here. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, hi to everyone here. Hi, Wiley, since you're commenting. But really, like, you guys just liking the video, subscribing to my channel, commenting on the video is supporting me. That, like, definitely, you have no idea how much that helps my channel grow. So please just go watch the video, comment whatever you want. You can comment literally anything, like, watch the video. But that's what, like, supports me the most. So anyway, I'll kind of talk about what the video talked about a little bit, just my reactions to week 2 of college football. Obviously, you had the Texas-Michigan game, and that was a game I saw much closer than it was. Still, Texas proves to be super dominant. They had the week 1 win. Obviously, it was against the Colorado State Rams. Colorado State got paid to play that game, so you knew Texas was playing that game to win, right? But they won 52-0, and then they go into Michigan and completely dominate that game. So right now, Texas, to me, I know they're ranked 2. They're my number 1 team. You obviously have Georgia, who beat Clemson, and then this week they won again. But they kind of flew under the radar. They played Tennessee Tech. So to me, Texas is number 1. They're not ranked number 1. It's still week 2. But in my mind, that's the top team to beat right now. And then, of course, you have Notre Dame. They won to Texas A&M in week 1, which, yay, every Notre Dame fan was excited. That was a great game to be at. And then they pay Northern Illinois to play them. So when you pay, if you don't know, you pay a team sometimes, one, to get the win on your record, and it's just a big game, right? You want to kind of show off a little bit. That's why you pay this team. Well, they paid $1.4 million to Northern Illinois, and they ended up still losing. So shout out to Northern Illinois. They got the win and the money, so they're riding on a high right now. But yeah, Notre Dame to me now is, I don't really know. The win now to Texas A&M kind of means nothing, right? Like, how do you win to Texas A&M and then lose to Northern Illinois? So we'll see what week 2 brings. But right now, if you're just joining, I'm kind of just recapping what my podcast is about. Episode 3 just dropped, so be sure you go give that a like and a comment, subscribe. But the main thing we want to talk about, because I know a lot of Buffs fans are on here, Buffs in Nebraska. I made a prediction. Again, my predictions are on my Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts. I made a prediction that Buffs would win. I had it still being a close game, and then we lose. not just lose by a couple points. We get destroyed. Shout out to Nebraska fans that are on here. You guys played great. Obviously, you have your freshman quarterback, Dylan Raiola, who is being compared to Patrick Mahomes, not just on his playing a little bit, but on the look, obviously. But Buff's offensive line, now comment below if you disagree with me. You can also comment in the video I just posted. Buff's offensive line looks not even remotely better. I know Coach Prime hopped in the transfer portal and said he got this brand new offensive line, and to me, the offensive line for CU looks exactly the same. If not, I don't want to say worse, because our offensive line was horrible last year, but it doesn't look any different. And then our defense couldn't stop the run game, so there was that. Hi from Texas. I don't know what team you're rooting for, but Texas, the Longhorns, are doing amazing in football. But anyway, so to me, right now, CU has not made a statement that they are on any national level, that they should be playing a national level team. I'm even worried about the game this week. It's a rivalry game, Colorado State versus CU in Fort Collins. So obviously it's an away game for the Buffs, but an hour away. That's how far Boulder and Fort Collins about are. I'm kind of worried, especially because the Colorado State Rams have a great running game. And from what I saw in the Nebraska game, our defense could not stop the run game, at least within the first half. Majority of the points for Nebraska were scored in the first half, but there's nothing. Obviously, you have Travis Hunter. I still believe he is one of the greatest players in college football. I still believe that. So don't get me wrong there. But when you can't protect a quarterback and then your quarterback can't throw to Travis Hunter, then you're never getting anywhere. And the Buffs also have no running game whatsoever. They rushed, I believe I wrote down 16 yards in the Nebraska game. 16. That's not even half a football field. So, I don't know. Offensive line is struggling. Then when your offensive line struggles, Shedeur can't throw. Shedeur is running all over, pressure everywhere. And he's also making some questionable decisions. But majority is our offensive line is struggling, our defense can't stop, and we have a no run game. The positive, okay, I'm being negative right now. The positive for the Buffs, and comment down below what you guys think. We have a great quarterback, I still believe. We have Travis Hunter, who's amazing. You have Jimmy Horn. You have some transfer people like LaJohntay Wester. He's great. We got him in the transfer portal. We have some great players, but we're not a team. That's it. The Buffs are not a team. They're just a bunch of players, great players thrown together, and still cannot figure out how to score, how to run the ball, and how to protect their quarterback, which is one of the main things of college football. So, anyway, I have the Buffs still winning because they're playing the CSU Rams. If they lose to the Rams and go 1-2, I will come on here, and I know I have a lot of CSU Rams fans because I'm from Fort Collins, actually. If the CU Buffs lose to the Rams, I will come on here for a week straight and literally praise the CSU Rams. That's fine. Like, I love the Rams. I will always root for the Rams if they're not playing the Buffs, for sure. But I can't imagine what the media will say about the Buffs if they lose to Colorado State. But we'll see. Nebraska, that's one thing, right? Still, it's a rival game. Nebraska's good. It's okay to lose to Nebraska. Okay. We've washed our hands of Nebraska. But to lose to Colorado State is going to be a whole nother level. Colorado State is a Mountain West team. Yeah. Okay. All right, deal. I will go buy myself a Rams jersey. You guys can share this with whoever you want so you can hold me accountable. I will go buy a Rams jersey and wear that all around Fort Collins for the next week if the Rams win. Right now I have the Buffs winning. I still have the Buffs winning. I don't think they're going to lose to the CSU Rams. But if you watched last year, they almost did. That was in double overtime, and the CU Buffs were 2-0 heading into that game. Now they're 1-1. So I will wear the Rams jersey if the Rams win. Thoughts on... I'm trying to scroll. When I do lives on my phone, you lose your guys' comments. It's so much easier on my computer. Let me ask you, what do you want to know about my thoughts on the Miami Hurricanes? Exactly. Then that way I'll respond to that, because, I mean, I think they're good, but, like, I don't know what you want me to talk. I can talk about something if you want to be more specific. But anyway, if you were just joining, I dropped my 3rd episode of Payton's Playbook, so be sure to go like that, comment, watch, and then if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. I'm kind of brand new doing all this sports content for you guys. I'm trying to do more content not directly related to the Buffs, because right now the Buffs are struggling a little bit. I also made my prediction on the Georgia versus Kentucky game. That will be this Saturday, so go watch that. Comment what you guys think the score to that game will be, and then just what college football team you're excited to see play this week. Alrighty. So if you are not following me here, if you want more content that's more short form content, so obviously I have my podcasts, which are longer episodes, but if you just want my predictions, kind of like just quick little 60-second recaps, they're posted on my Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts, so be sure you guys go check those out. Those are just like 60-second recaps of what I'm betting, the over-under, money line, point spread, who I think is going to win the game, couple reasons why. Tomorrow I am posting the Thursday night NFL football one. You have the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills, so I kind of said who I'm going to think is going to win that game, point spread, all that. Be sure you're following if you guys want to see that posted tomorrow. Alrighty. I see there's some more people joining. If you're joining, I want you to leave this live, which sounds weird, right? Leave this live, go watch my last episode, episode 3 of Payton's Playbook, recapping week 2 of college football. Leave a comment, like it. Even if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I know it's super long, it's a podcast, but just go comment, favorite football team, who you're excited to see this week in week 3 of college football, or kind of what shocked you about week 2. 2 things that shocked me about week 2. This is what I have, if you don't want to watch the whole episode. Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois after beating Texas A&M. CU Buffs getting destroyed by Nebraska. And then Texas destroying Michigan. Those were the 3 key highlights of the week. Lots of like AP top 25 rankings. You had 2 top 10 teams lose, and then you had 6 top 25 teams lose. So again, it's week 2, a lot of reshuffling. There's going to be some reshuffling, especially with conference play coming up soon. CU plays Baylor next week, so CSU this week, but then starts playing Baylor. That's going to be a rough game, especially if we lose to CSU. You have, let's see, who else is just starting? Georgia is starting SEC play against Kentucky this weekend. So lots more rival games that will be coming up. It's week 3. But right now, my top 4, it's a little different. I have Texas at 1, Georgia at 2, Ohio State, and then Alabama, of course. Alabama, though, like, they haven't played really anyone yet. They're winning all their games, but they haven't played like a Texas-Michigan game yet. So I'm kind of like, Alabama's in the top 4 for me, and they're destroying opponents. I won't get that wrong. Alabama's destroying opponents, but they haven't played a team yet, I think, that's even at their level, right? So I have to wait to see who that 4th spot is. Right now it's Alabama, but I have to see them kind of play a significant team to really be able to say. Do you have a dark horse team for college football? Let's see here. My team that I think is going to make a run at it. So obviously this year it's the top 12 teams so it's normally been top 4, right? If you're not in the top 4, then you're not in contention for the college football playoffs. This year it's 12 teams. So a lot more can change. A lot more teams can have really big upsets. There's still a chance now that you can lose a game or 2 and not be out of the running, right? You don't have to go undefeated, especially as the smaller schools. You don't have to go undefeated. Like, you probably don't want more than 2 losses, right? But there's some chance for you to get into the playoff. Miami, I have them being a top 4 or 5 contender for sure. I think their win over Florida State was impressive. They won again this week. This week, I mean, they were favorites to win the game, and I think it was just not a crazy game. They were expected to win, and that's what they did. They got the job done. But I have Miami making their way, potentially taking Alabama out of that 4th spot. Again, I have to see Alabama play more of these teams up to their level, but I have Alabama and Miami could be fighting for that 4-5 spot. Again, it matters, but there's 12 teams now. It's not fighting for that top 4. So lots more can change, and a lot more teams have the potential to get in. So their season isn't just, okay, we've lost a game, we're out of it, especially for those smaller schools. If you are just joining, I know I've been telling people to leave this live because I want you to go watch my episode 3 podcast video. It is recapping week 2 of college football. Be sure you guys subscribe, comment, like, do whatever. So I see people are doing that. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, go comment and like. It just helps me grow as a YouTuber, especially as a smaller channel, kind of just getting started. So yeah. I hope Penn State doesn't win the chip this year. Penn State is off to a very good start. Their win. So they won against this week. If you didn't watch the game, they won against Bowling Green. It was a great game. They struggled though in the first half, right? So I haven't seen them be dominant, I should say. They've won and they've proved they're much better on offense, much better on defense. They're proving they are in that national conversation, maybe even a top 12 team, but I need to see them dominate a game. That's what Texas is doing. That is what Georgia is doing right now. That is what Ohio's, that is normally why, when you have those 4 teams, what separates. It's the domination. It's not necessarily the wins, it's the domination of the wins, right? So that's why I also roast Clemson. I'm not going to roast Clemson. All I have to say about Clemson is they got Georgia out of the way, week 1, right? I mean, they didn't look great. Georgia looked awesome. So they definitely made Clemson look pretty bad. But now they don't have to play Georgia, right? So you got that out of the way. You get better. They still have a lot of problems, I think, they didn't even score a touchdown against Georgia, but it's Georgia, right? You're playing the number 1 ranked team. So I'm not going to roast them yet. Clemson won this week. So right now they're 1-1. And again, not out of playoff contention, right? So with those top 12 teams, that 1 loss, it really doesn't mean a lot in terms of potentially getting into the top 12. Yeah, Notre Dame. I will roast Notre Dame. How do you beat Texas A&M and then lose to Northern Illinois? That is what I will roast, because now the Texas A&M win to me means absolutely nothing. That's what that does, right? You just paid a school $1.4 million and you lost the game. The whole point of paying a school to play is so you can basically show off and get another win under your belt. That's what Texas did to Colorado State, right? Texas played Colorado State week 1. Obviously, they played Colorado State to play them, but they dominated that game. They won 52-0. That's what you do when you're paying a school to play them. When Notre Dame loses 16-14 against Northern Illinois, you just gave a school $1.4 million and a win. And let me tell you, Northern Illinois had not beaten ever in their 14 games they've played, has never beaten a top 10 opponent, and that's exactly what they did against Notre Dame. If you go watch the videos, fans were literally booing Notre Dame off the field. That's how upsetting, and I don't want to say, it's a little bit humiliating, right? You just won a huge game, the game everyone was talking about. Texas A&M lost to Notre Dame, and then you do this. So now, obviously, you have to watch week 3 for Notre Dame and see, because they had a great game and a horrible game. I don't really know where to put them. They're right in the middle, but I just have to see. Yeah, someone clip this and post it. Please do. literally, if you want to screen record this, please do. Let me know if you will, and I'll re-say it. On terms of Deion Sanders coaching the CU Buffs football team, I have my doubts. One, Travis Hunter is leaving, Shedeur is leaving, and Shiloh is leaving, right? So that's both his sons, Shedeur and Shiloh. And then, of course, you have Travis Hunter going to the draft. So I think if CU has a losing record, which they're on track to, sorry, Buffs, I love my Buffs. I'm a Buffs fan. They're on track to have a losing record again. I think Deion will want to prove something. You don't want to be coaching for 2 years and have a losing record. It just doesn't look good. And I don't know what team is really going to want to hire you. What have you proven? He hasn't really proven he's a great coach yet, right? He has a losing record. He really hasn't proven much, honestly. He's proven he can win a couple games. He can win some rival games. He can lose some rival games. But besides that, I mean, they had a losing record in Pac-12 play. They had a losing record last year. We just have to see. I have him staying if we are like 4-8. Okay. If we get to the playoffs, I hope we do. I'm a Buffs fan. I hope we get to the playoffs. I think he's going to leave. And I don't want him to leave because he has brought so much to this Colorado like community, to Boulder. The media attention, I know there's good and bad media attention, obviously, but he has brought so much to this community. And for him to just pick up and leave and then basically leave CU with no Travis Hunter, no quarterback, no Shiloh, the community would be wrecked. I don't want to say our community, like the Boulder community is how it is what it is because of Coach Prime, but he has brought so much to Boulder. I really hope he doesn't leave. And I don't think he will if he has a losing record. Now, if 5 games from now we have a winning record, I will come back on here and kind of discuss what my thoughts are. I know a lot of people are saying, well, if Shedeur goes to the Cowboys, Deion's going to coach the Cowboys, right? Like, you'd be an assistant coach. But we'll just have to see. I hope he doesn't leave, though. Let's see here. So, yeah. Someone commented, like, people don't know what Deion has brought to CU. Not necessarily on wins, right? Like, CU Buffs still aren't a winning team yet. But he has brought the energy, the excitement, the media attention, NIL money, right? Like, not just for football athletes, but now our volleyball team, our basketball team are getting noticed. Our basketball team's been great for the last, 5 years. Like, our CU women's basketball team, amazing. Men's, we have great sports. And then our skiing team just won the national championship. Like, he has just brought the attention to Boulder. We've always been great. Boulder's an amazing, beautiful campus, but he's just highlighting it so people can see it. I'm from Colorado, so I knew, right, how beautiful Boulder is and how amazing their academics are and just the community. He's just highlighting it, bringing more to it. So that's kind of, if someone's like, well, what has he brought to CU? I'm not talking about he's brought, right, a national championship ring. No, but he has brought the excitement back to what used to be an amazing football team where everyone wanted tickets. All, like, my parents who went there, they're like, we're going to be season ticket holders because they know what CU used to be. I do think in terms of landing more recruits for CU, again, it's going to depend on if Coach Prime is coaching, who leaves, and if Coach Prime leaves, you're going to have a lot of kids leaving too. Like, we talk about the transfer portal right now, right? And that's the transfer portal with Coach Prime still being there. Like, 50 kids left and Coach Prime's your coach, right? If he's not even your coach and some kids came here to be with Coach Prime, you're going to get a lot of turnover. So if Coach Prime stays, I do think we have a chance at landing a 5-star, but we also have to start winning games, right? I mean, there's only so much the transfer portal and recruits can do if they're watching a team go 3-9, right? Like, what college athlete wants to be a part of a losing team? Even if your coach is Coach Prime, you still want to be a part of a winning team. That's why you still have the Alabama, Ohio, Georgia. It's why they still get these huge recruits, because they know the history of that team. Alrighty. So CSU, let's talk Buffs CSU. That is this week. It's an in-state rival, Rocky Mountain Showdown. It's the first time in like 40, 50 years that this game is being played in Fort Collins at CSU's stadium. Normally it used to be at Mile High Stadium, which is where the Denver Broncos played last year. It was at Folsom Field, and then this year it's in Fort Collins. I think that game is going to be another nail biter. If you watched last game, last year, went to double overtime. The Buffs ended up winning that game. Travis Hunter got hurt in that game, and it wasn't a game that was supposed to be close. The Buffs were 2-0 heading into that game against CSU and barely beat CSU. I think it was like by 3. Again, it went into double overtime. They won. And now the Buffs are 1-1. CSU's 1-1 heading into this game. It's not in Boulder. It's in Fort Collins, so they don't have that kind of home field advantage, even though it's in Colorado. I have this being a close game, almost like 28-24, maybe. I am so worried about the running game. 16 yards is how many yards CU got running against Nebraska. They barely got any against North Dakota State. And now you have CSU, which if you don't follow CSU, they have a great running game as well. Obviously, they got destroyed by Texas. Texas is ranked 2nd in the nation right now. Okay, disregard that. They beat the UNC, which is University of Northern Colorado, this week. So that's how they got that win. I have the Buffs winning. I think CU will literally be a laughing joke if we lose to CSU. Not just because it's rival states, it's just, CSU's in the Mountain West. We're playing Baylor after this week, which is a big game. CU has one of the toughest schedules in college football in terms of what it's looking forward to and the games we have to play. CU has to be willing to show a lot of change on O-line, defense, our running game. I don't even know how you fix it. I don't think you can fix it in 1 week. I really don't. But hopefully we see like a glimpse of it. I just need some hope, right? Like, yeah, we won the North Dakota State game and that was exciting, but it was North Dakota State, FCS team. Then we got destroyed by Nebraska, which was kind of, to me, that was like the test of what are we going to see out of the Buffs this year against a bigger kind of close to our level opponent, and they didn't show up. And now you have an in-state rival that nearly almost defeated us last year in overtime. So we'll see. 42-35, CU wins. Yes, I think that was the score last year, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the score last year. Yes. So yeah, there's a lot of what comes with media attention. This is what I will say about CU. It's been awesome. It also has its negative effects, right? Like when you're good, the media attention is amazing, right? You had Fox Big Noon Kickoff there last year, College Game Day there last year. Literally everyone wanted to see the Buffs, and that was great. But now no one really wants to see the Buffs, but they're still in media attention because of what's happening. They were supposed to be this great team, right? And right now they're 1-1. So that's what comes with media attention. That's what comes with Coach Prime. You're going to get the love. You're going to get the hate. You're going to get all of it in between. But we'll see. Hopefully we get a win this week. It's a 5:30 kickoff time on Saturday. So I'll be there. I'll be filming it for you guys. I'll be filming interviews with students, kind of pre-game stuff, what the atmosphere feels like. Not going to be filming the game, obviously, but I'll be doing my reactions since I'll be there. If you're just joining, also I've been talking for a long time, so you guys also in the comments can talk about your predictions and what you guys are expecting out of this game. But if you are just joining, go like and comment on my last video, and then also subscribe, please. Hi. So anyway, kind of just why I'm doing this. If you're new, I've been in sports for the last 4 years. I've been working for the CU Buffs for 4 years, basically. I graduated in May, and then I did an internship my senior year with the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche. So that's where I kind of got that background. And now I'm kind of just starting this, doing kind of bets with you guys, Payton's Playbooks, the new podcast I'm putting out. But yeah, I'm kind of just getting started, seeing what you guys like, what's clicking with you guys, and hopefully take it from here. But again, I'm just starting, so no hate, please. I'm like, I love criticism because I'm just getting started, but no, I'm filming half this stuff on my phone because I'm not this big film studio, but I love sharing all this stuff with you guys. It's why I started my channel. It's why I do this podcast, for you guys to be more informed and feel like you're connecting with me. Don't forget to buy a Rams jersey. I'm not buying the Rams jersey until the Rams win. I also, like I said, I'm from Fort Collins, and I'm now living in Fort Collins, which is Rams country. So, of course, I don't wear my Buffs gear out a lot. I'm going to wear it on game day. But I have a lot of friends who are want to make a bet with me if CSU wins. I owe them $5, like bets against friends. So, for my sake, please, if the Buffs are watching this, please win, because I have a lot of friends that go to CSU and I just want like that clout, right? I don't know why I'm saying, like, I just need this Buffs to win this game just because I don't want to be the Buffs fan in Rams country. So yeah. I hope so. To tease Zags, that would be great. I'd love that. But right now I'm doing lives with you guys. Let's see here. So normally I do lives in Payton's Playbook. My last live, I believe, was in my like background studio, but because I was doing some errands, I had to go, like, I don't even know what I was doing today. What was I doing? I got my nails done. They're like a silver gold for the game. But it's just easier for me to do this like at 5 when people are off work, and since I'm already in my car, I just like go live with you guys. Let's see here, just to let you know, Colorado not going to see. Hi from Morocco. That's far. What time is it there? Oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock here. Is it like 6 in the morning? I don't know time zones, honestly. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing this in my car mainly just because I want to do this with you guys, show you what I've been doing. I got my nails done. Anyway, I'm super excited for the game. Again, 5:30 game. If you were watching the CU Buffs CSU game, 5:30 kickoff time. Fingers crossed Buff wins for my sake and for the Buffs sake, because going 1-2 and especially losing to CSU would create a whole commotion in the Buffs country. Yeah, we'll get to that if that happens. But right now, I'm not going to say that. So, yeah. So, as for Broncos, of course, I'm a Colorado native. I'm a Broncos fan. I think Bo Nix is going to be great. Bummed they lost to the Seahawks. I think Sean Payton is a great coach, and I think Bo Nix really clicks with Sean Payton. I don't know why we got rid of a lot of our wide receivers. I think Bo Nix needs a couple more, and that's if Broncos have a losing season, that is who you want to draft in the NFL draft, is a wide receiver. Travis Hunter, that's a good one. But no, I'm just saying I think they need a little more talent on the wide receiver end for them to really be in contention, especially with the Chiefs. I mean, it's kind of like the Patriots being in the Chiefs. Like, you're just think you're gonna lose to them, right? Like, you always know the Chiefs are gonna be good right now. So I just think you need a couple more talented players to really get that team up to the next level. Let's see. I'm trying to read your guys' comments. Okay. Anyway, so if you did join this live and you are still here, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Go leave a comment. Go like my last video. It's recapping week 2 of college football. Comment about what team you're excited for this season for college football, your thoughts on week 2, week 3 coming up, and then if you want to see my predictions, again, they're on my TikTok, Instagram, and then YouTube shorts. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see videos and then shorts. All my predictions are on shorts because they're just quick 60-second videos. I'm taking over under, points, money line, what I think the final score is going to be, and I'll do that for a lot of games. Last week I think I only did 2. I just did Kansas City versus Baltimore and Buffs versus Nebraska. This week I just posted Georgia versus Kentucky. I'm going to post Thursday Night Football tomorrow. That's the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. And then, of course, I'll do the CSU prediction and then a couple more before the week is over. Yes, agreed. The Jerry Jeudy, I do see Jerry Jeudy and Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter would be great for the Broncos. I think I don't want to say the Buffs are hurting Travis Hunter because they're not hurting him. But right now he is one of the most talented players in college football, and he is on a team that cannot keep their quarterback protected long enough for Travis Hunter to get those amazing plays. Obviously, he had the highlight reel catch in week 1 against North Dakota State. That was great to see, but he's not going to be getting a lot of those, especially when there's so much pressure on Shedeur. He barely has enough time to get the ball out, let alone kind of let a play develop. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Again, I am doing this all for you guys. I go live, not really to be formal. I'll talk about some stuff in football. All my videos have that. I just want to kind of interact with you guys, respond to what your guys' thoughts are. If you did watch the video, what thoughts you guys liked on the video. And yeah, just kind of chit chat, let you guys ask questions. And yeah, I'll probably only be on here for 5 more minutes though, because I have to get dinner with my parents. So I have to make my way down there. But yeah. Anyway, this is who I'm winning. I have Buffs winning this week, Alabama winning, Texas winning. Big game, Kansas versus Arizona. I have Arizona winning that game. Oregon hasn't really proved anything to me, so hopefully they prove something in week 3. Both wins, they barely won against Boise State, and then it's kind of an uninspiring win week 1, so I'm looking for them to prove something. Clemson still, again, I haven't seen a lot of teams prove that they belong in that national conversation. I thought Notre Dame proved it, and then they lost. Texas has proved it. Michigan hasn't proved anything to me. Georgia has been proving it. Alabama, they've had dominating wins over their opponents. Just they haven't really played anyone up to the caliber, up to Alabama's level, right? So, and the CU Buffs haven't proved anything to me besides the fact that their offensive line looks the same. That's what they have proven to me. Oh my gosh, it's midnight. Ooh, that's rough. I don't think I'd be doing a live at midnight, on a live. But thank you for supporting me. Yep, Texas. Yeah, Texas, they're ranked 2, but in my eyes, you can tell anyone I've said this, I see Texas as number 1 right now. I know they're not ranked number 1. Georgia is ranked, but I see Texas based off the dominating performance week 1 over CSU and then their dominating win over Michigan this week. I have Texas at number 1 right now. So Ohio State was ranked 2nd, Texas 3rd heading into week 2. That switched, so now Ohio State's 3 and Texas is 2. I have Texas taking that number 1 spot. If it's not this week, I do. If they can prove another dominating game this week, I have them going to that number 1 spot. Okay, well, I need to go because it is later here and I have to go to dinner. But thank you all for joining me. Like I said, if you haven't, please subscribe. Please go like my last video for week 2, episode 3 of college football, Payton's Playbook. And I will see you guys next time. But please be sure to go like, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you. Bye.